Discover the lost city of Dwarka. It was Lord Krishna's sunken utopia.
130 feet beneath the surface of the Arabian Sea, divers have mapped out a sprawling, silent urban grid. Thick algae clings to enormous granite walls and carved stone gateways, the remnants of a highly active, verifiable archaeological site. For decades, researchers have scoured these submerged ruins because they hold the physical evidence to one of ancient history's greatest questions. How did Dwarka, a seemingly invincible metropolis, end up at the bottom of the ocean? To understand the city's destruction, we have to look thousands of years into the past at the reason it was built. Far inland in the kingdom of Mathura, Lord Krishna's Yadava clan faced 17 consecutive invasions by the forces of King Jarasandha. Recognizing that constant siege would eventually break his people, Krishna evacuated his entire population, marching them 1,250 kilometers west to the edge of the sea. According to ancient texts, Krishna petitioned the sea god to provide new territory, securing a grant of land measuring exactly 12 yojanas, or roughly 153 kilometers, rising directly out of the ocean. On this newly formed peninsula, the architect Vishvakarma constructed a fortified island city, mapping out massive walls and perfectly gridded streets. By placing his people on an artificial island, Krishna created a strategic safe haven. Dwarka was isolated and physically unreachable by the terrestrial armies that had ravaged Mathura. Despite these physical defenses, the city faced an inescapable deadline. In the aftermath of the Mahabharata War, a grief-stricken mother Gandhari cursed Krishna's entire lineage to be annihilated within 36 years. That countdown accelerated when Krishna's son, Samba, mocked a group of visiting sages, provoking a second, highly specific curse. The sages condemned Samba to birth the physical instrument of the Yadava dynasty's doom, a heavy, solid iron mace. The geographical isolation of the island could not protect the Yadavas from this internal threat. They were locked into a 36-year window of survival. Attempting to bypass the prophecy, King Ugrasena ordered his men to grind the iron mace into fine powder and cast the remains into the ocean. However, one single, sharp piece of the mace survived the grinding process. It sank into the water where it was swallowed by a fish. That fish was later caught in a fisherman's net. When he cut the catch open to clean it, he discovered the intact shard of iron resting in its stomach. The fisherman traded the metal to a local hunter, who sharpened the iron and mounted it to the tip of an arrow. As the 36-year mark approached, the social order inside Dwarka collapsed. The once disciplined citizens descended into heavy intoxication and paranoia, and minor disputes boiled over into street-level violence. The Yadava lineage was destroyed in a brutal civil war that turned brother against brother. The massive granite defenses remained standing, but the society they protected was gone. During the final collapse of his dynasty, Krishna retreated into a quiet forest. As he rested beneath a tree, a hunter spotted movement in the brush and fired, striking Krishna in the foot. It was the same hunter who had found the iron shard. He had mistaken Krishna for a deer, delivering the cursed metal to its final target. With the lineage destroyed, the warrior Arjuna arrived to evacuate the few remaining survivors from the empty city. As the last citizens fled, the sea surged upward. Massive waves crashed over the granite defenses, dragging the burning metropolis down into the dark water. The ocean reclaimed the land, erasing the physical city from the surface of the earth. For centuries, this story was treated as pure mythology. But along the coast of Gujarat, the modern-day city of Dwarka sits directly overlooking the site where the legend took place. When archaeological teams searched the seabed in this specific area, they found massive stone walls and urban planning that matches the scale described in ancient texts. Looking at these recovered artifacts, the heavy, ribbed clay jars and pottery shown here, we see tangible proof of a submerged civilization. Researchers have dated human habitation at this site back several thousand years. Discovery is still ongoing, with plans to develop the site for underwater tourism so the public can see these ruins firsthand. The silent walls of Dwarka remain preserved at the bottom of the Arabian Sea, serving as a physical link between ancient tradition and the tangible reality buried beneath the waves.